It's crazy to think that just 3 years ago, I decided to get out of my own way by facing imposter syndrome head-on, followed my heart, and created the online backpacking program I wish I had when I first started backpacking. If we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Kathleen, a food-motivated hiker, solo backpacker, backpacking coach for women, and the hungry hiker here on YouTube. Since launching the Confident Solo Female Backpacker System back in 2022, I've been able to help several women all over the country face their fears, get over the intimidation of learning how to backpack, and have helped them build their confidence and find themselves out in the backcountry. This weekend, a group of us from the Confident Solo Female Backpacker System are going on a 2-day, 2-night backpacking trip on the Washington coast in Olympic National Park. Fun fact, on Mother's Day weekend back in 2022, I led the very first group backpacking trip for this program. I remember being so nervous and worried about leading this trip. Would the women show up? Would they have fun? Would I be a good leader? Would they like me? Since then, group trips have become an important and popular part of this program, with me leading over 30 trips over the last 3 years in Washington, Oregon, California, Arizona, Michigan, and even an international trek in Nepal. This weekend's trip wouldn't be just about miles. It would be a celebration and a gathering of both new and old friends. Time spent in the backcountry out on trail always calls for a celebration, especially when you get to spend that time with a community of like-minded women hikers and backpackers who are just as excited about being out on trail as you are. For this trip, we hiked the Ozette Triangle Loop Trail, located along the Washington coast in Olympic National Park. From the Seattle area, this is a 4-hour drive with a ferry ride and lots of scenic 2-lane highways. Starting from the Ozette trailhead, our group went counterclockwise and on day 1 hiked in 3 miles towards Cape Lava, where we'd set up camp for our first night. On day 2, we'd hike another 3 miles, this time along the coast on the beach, from Cape Lava to Sandpoint, where we'd set up camp for our second night. The next morning, we'd pack up camp and hike 3 miles back to the Ozette trailhead, where we'd officially end our trip and part ways. Since this is such a long drive to get out to this area, most of us in the group decided to car camp at the Ozette campground, which is just a short walk away from the Ozette trailhead. For dinner, I got to try this super tasty pasta dish from Pinnacle Foods. And for dessert, had a few s'mores thanks to the campfire some of the ladies in the group had put together. In the morning, we all had breakfast together at the campground. My breakfast was Pinnacle Foods biscuits and gravy, and it's so good.
Good morning from the Rianne Cam. We're here in Olympic National Park at Ozette Lake at the Ozette Campground. A group of us are getting ready to head out and do the Ozette Triangle. It's the first Confident Solo Female Backpacker System trip of the year here in the US. It's my first time hosting a group trip, and it's a pretty significant event because 3 years ago, this Mother's Day weekend was the first ever Confident Solo Female Backpacker System trip. And then about a year ago was my first ever solo trip, and both of those trips took place here in Ozette at the Ozette Triangle. So super excited I get to lead my first group trip, and that it's here where I did my first solo trip and where the first ever Confident Solo Female Backpacker System group trip is.
After breakfast, we drove our cars to the parking lot for the Ozette Trailhead, which is also where the Lake Ozette Ranger Station is located. This is where we'd officially begin our trip. Since this area is part of the Olympic National Park, in America the Beautiful Pass is required to park here. Backcountry permits are required in this area for overnight use, which can be reserved through recreation.gov. Permits are $8 a night per person, plus a $6 reservation fee. Hard-sided bear canisters are required in this area for storing all food, garbage, and scented items. Pets are also not allowed in this area, and there's no garbage service at this trailhead. This means whatever you pack in, you must pack out and take all of your garbage with you. Hiking on the coast can often have variable weather with wet, cold, and windy conditions, so be sure to check the weather forecast for the area before starting your trip through either websites like the National Weather Service, or if you use a GPS navigation app like Onyx Backcountry, you can check the current weather forecast for the area directly inside the app while you're creating the route for your trip. Since some of our route included beach hiking throughout the day, we needed to be mindful of the tides while hiking in certain areas along our route. This is why you should always consult a tide chart for this area when planning your trip. And if you're curious about the backpacking gear I brought with me for this trip, I'll include a link to my gear list down in the video description below.
42.4.
42.4!
Yeah, that's a heavy bitch.
32.7.
32.2.
31.7.
Woo! 31.7.
33.5.
34.4.
Ooh!
Heaviest bag I ever carried.
Wow.
Okay, I'm the newbie on the group. I've overpacked, so we'll see what I got myself into.
That's okay. It's your first trip.
40.8.
Jody has the heaviest backpack.
Okay.
She lifts. She's strong. 29 and a half.
Wow.
What's everyone else's?
30s and 40s. You are the lightest.
Can I try buy that? You want to try buy this?
Sharing is caring, but not when it comes to pastries. Just kidding, yes. Good morning from the Rian Cam. We're here at Cape Lava. It is Sunday morning. We're just getting packed up. What I didn't say yesterday when I was talking to you video camera and all of our friends out there on the internet is that this is a shakedown trip. So this is a trip for beginners, for people to practice using their gear. We're doing super low mileage. It's 3 miles from the trailhead to where we camped last night at Cape Lava. It's another roughly 3 miles down the beach today to Sandpoint, and then 3 miles back to our car. So low mileage, pretty much no elevation gain, and just a chance to try new gear, practice things like filtering water if you haven't done that before. So every year Kathleen tries to host a couple shakedown trips, and this year thankfully I got to be the co-host for this one and put it all together for everyone. So we're just gonna get finished packing up. We've all had our breakfast and our coffee, and now we're gonna do our little beach walk and go find some petroglyphs. This is Brianna McDonald, your favorite Confident Solo Female Backpacker System weather correspondent. We have some kind of system moving in. It is some black clouds. We got some wind action happening over here, and then when we swing around to this side, we've got some waves crashing in. The wind is blowing in my face. I can barely breathe. So I think I'm going to batten down hatches or go hunker down in my tent or something along those lines.
Oatmeal smells so good.
Put the peanut butter. You want some peanut butter?
Girl making me oatmeal. Envious.
Okay, this is Rianne and all my Confident Solo Female Backpacker System friends here at the parking lot. We just finished our Ozette Triangle hike over the past 3 days, and we have a little parking lot ritual we like to do after some of these hikes where my good friend Kathleen, the hungry hiker, passes out stickers, and we have some parking lot root beer.
Real quick, I want to share with you an online backpacking program I created for women who want to go from feeling scared and intimidated about backpacking to feeling comfortable planning their trips so that they feel confident getting out on trail by themselves. The Confident Solo Female Backpacker System is not only a comprehensive online self-paced training program, it's also ongoing coaching for your entire backpacking journey, includes a private community of like-minded women hikers and backpackers located all across the country, gives students in the program an exclusive opportunity to join me for group backpacking trips throughout the year, and once you're enrolled, you get lifetime access to the program. If you're a woman who's new to backpacking and doesn't know where to start with planning an overnight backpacking trip, or you're tired of waiting for someone else to go backpacking with you, but you keep letting your fears and other people's fears talk you out of getting out on trail alone, then this program is designed just for you. If you're ready to make yourself and achieving your backpacking goals a priority this year, and you'd like a step-by-step guide to help you achieve those goals along with having access to an empowering community of like-minded women who will support you along the way, then click the link below to schedule a free one-on-one Zoom call with me. During our call, I'll walk you through all the details, answer any questions you have about the program, and if the Confident Solo Female Backpacker System is a good fit for you, you'll get the chance to enroll on our call.
This is the Rianne Cam coming to you from... Sorry, my brain got broken. This is the Rianne Cam coming to you from Cape Lava, where a bunch of ladies from the Confident Solo Female Backpacker System just set up their tents. So we're going to show you our little tent family over here. It seems like there is a favorite in the tent department here. I'm not going to clue you into which one, you know, is different. This one right here.
Oh gosh, look out. Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Uh-oh.
With the pack on.
Huh?
With the pack on.
Back on. Okay. The dismount.
Nice.
All right, we did it.
10 out of 10.
This is Rhiann McDonald, your local confident solo female backpacker system, coming to you live from Sandpoint Beach, where we have some active parkour friends out and about doing their thing.